friends, welcome to the Tomato Blues kitchen and yet another Tomato Blues video. This is not your regular recipe video, but instead I have just tried to show you all how I plan, prepare and execute my meals for any special day normally. I'm going to be sharing the menu or the meal that I prepared for our anniversary this week, and this is going to be a few snippets of all the cooking that I did on that particular day. I began cooking this meal at around 8 o'clock in the morning and I was done cooking, cleaning and eating by around 12:30 in the afternoon. So let's begin. Before we begin, let's brew some coffee and let's also discuss what is the menu that we will be making today. So like I said, first some coffee. I was too lazy to make some filter coffee and so I'm making some instant coffee today. So I've boiled the milk, and while the milk is boiling and the coffee is brewed, let's discuss our today's menu. I tend to plan my meals one day in advance, may it be for regular cooking or for any special occasion. So similarly, today's anniversary meal, that is this anniversary meal, was planned the previous night itself, and I have decided to make some puris, a dry chana masala, some vegetable fried rice and a lip-smacking good chili paneer, along with some delicious pal payasam for dessert. The first step in making today's meal would be soaking the basmati rice for making the pal payasam, which I have already soaked in the morning itself. I woke up around 6:30 and I soaked the basmati rice. Now I have taken out some frozen paneer cubes and I am adding hot boiling water to thaw it. I will be using the same hot boiling water to knead my puri dough today. Because the chana needs a little bit of soaking, I did the soaking in the night itself and now the chana is all soaked up and ready. If you can see, I have also chopped a few veggies for the fried rice and I have also cooked the rice for my fried rice today. I have used jasmine rice available locally in Singapore. I basically pressure cooked the jasmine rice and let it cool completely, and I've also soaked up the basmati rice like I mentioned previously. I've also kept out the milk ready to make our payasam today. So let's get started with making our payasam first. Like I said, because payasam takes time and it's also a sweet, I tend to begin with the payasam or the sweet for any meal first. So I've taken a cast iron pot, I've added some ghee and I've drained the rice and I've added the rice to this ghee. Now I'm adding the milk. I'm not going into the details of the recipe. I'm just telling you snippets. I'll share a detailed recipe in the coming up videos in the next few weeks. Now, while the payasam is getting done, let's get started with chopping our veggies. I'm beginning with chopping our veggies, or rather the chopping of remaining veggies for our fried rice first. I'm going to be using celery to give a beautiful flavor to our vegetable fried rice today. Now that the veggies are chopped and ready, I'm going to be starting chopping my onions. I'm using a white onion for my veg fried rice today. So I'm going to be chopping it really finely and then I'm going to be transferring it to a bowl. I generally tend to have a pan to put all the vegetable peels and waste that I collect over the cooking process, and then finally I collect all of this waste and make sure that it is disposed of correctly. So here, if you can see, I have finished chopping up the onions. Like I said, I'm transferring it to a bowl and I'm going to set it aside. Now let's get on to prepping the remaining ingredients for our other dishes. First, let's begin with the garlic. Like I said, we are going to finely mince the garlic for our fried rice. And then let's cube some bell peppers for our chili paneer. I've already cubed some onions also for the chili paneer. Whenever you're making chili paneer, it helps if you have chunks of vegetables in your chili paneer or chili gobi or even chili mushroom. It lends a beautiful texture, and many people tend to throw away the stalks of a bell pepper, but you can use that also. So now it's the turn for ginger cutting. Let's make some juliennes, and yes, it's done. I've also chopped up onions for chana, and now the final part is the garnishing, for which I'm going to be using lots of coriander. I do not have spring onions today, so I'm going to be using coriander. While the payasam is being cooked on the other part of the stove, I'm going to be pressure cooking the chickpeas that we are going to use for our dry chana today. So let's put it in a pressure cooker and I'm going to be cooking this for like 4 to 5 whistles. Now that the chana is cooked, let's get started making our dry chana masala curry. For this, I've added onions, ginger garlic paste and an assortment of spices. I sauteed all of them and now I'm adding the cooked chana which has been drained completely. Let's give it a good saute, or rather a good mix. And in the meanwhile, let's check how our pal payasam is getting done. I can see that the milk is reduced, so I'm adding the sugar, and I've also added a few strands of saffron. Coming back to our chana masala, it's done, so let's do the garnishing. I'm adding coriander leaves, and I'm also going to be adding a little bit of kasturi methi for a good flavor. So now that our chana masala is done, let's get back to our payasam. The final stage where we add roasted cashews which has been done in ghee. So our payasam is done. I'm going to close it, and then let's get started with making our vegetable fried rice. So for the vegetable fried rice, I use sesame oil. I basically added lots of ginger, garlic and an assortment of vegetables. I added the cooked rice and I've mixed it well, and the vegetable fried rice is done. Now let's knead the dough for our puri, and parallelly also let's get started with making our chili paneer. So for the chili paneer, let's first make the marinade for frying the paneer. Let's give the marinade a good mix, toss the paneer well, and let's deep fry the paneer. Like I said, I'm not giving detailed recipes. I will be making that up in a separate video. So now let's make the gravy, that is the base for the chili paneer, once the paneer is fried. I added lots of red bell peppers, cubes of onion, lots of ginger and garlic, an assortment of sauces, and then finally the deep fried paneer, and I gave it a good saute. And now it's the time to fry some puri. I had already rolled out the puris while the paneer was getting fried. So now that the puris are being done, our anniversary meal is completely done, my friends. If you can see, there are a few vessels in the sink that need washing, but with that, I am done for the day. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, my friends. Stay tuned for more content. In the meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button in our channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.